Now we're going to look at some other uses of percents. And the first one is called simple interest. Simple interest is earning interest on loans or bank accounts. And usually these are thought of as simple because you're not taking the loan out for a very long time or you're not investing the money for a very long time. The simple part of it is because the formula is really simple. I equals PRT, or P times R times T. It's very simple because it's one calculation that you're going to do. It's also simple because if I want to find the total balance, it's one extra step and it's really simple to do. So the formula says I for interest paid, equals P, the beginning amount, or it's called the principal, times R, the interest rate. And that's always in decimal form. So that's why we've been doing so much with percents in their decimal form. You always calculate with the decimal form. And T is time, just like in any algebraic equation, it stands for time. And it's always in years, or a fraction of a year, or a decimal part of a year. And we'll look at a problem like that. So first, let's start with a very simple, straightforward problem. A student takes out a $600 loan for books. The loan is for 2 years at 6% interest. How much does the student pay in interest? So here are, I should use proper English when I teach you guys, the three numbers that are involved. $600 loan is my P, 2 years is T, and the interest of 6% is R. And we're going to change that to a decimal. So it asks us to calculate the interest. So I equals 600 times interest R 0.06 times time, which is 2. I put this in my calculator exactly the way it reads. I don't need to do it one step at a time. It's all multiplication. So 600 times 0.06 times 2 is $72. So I'm going to earn or have to pay $672 extra on my loan. So how much does the student owe after 2 years? That's the simple part. That student's going to owe $600 plus the $72 in interest, or $672 in total. Another type of problem involves a little bit different look at how this works. And it's an investment problem, a little bit different decimals, so we can practice again looking at those decimals. This one says an investor deposits $2,000 into a savings account for 4 years at 7.3% interest. How much interest is earned after 4 years? So one thing to point out when you're reading a problem like this, or you have a problem, if it doesn't say anything about the interest, it might say simple interest. You're going to assume it's simple interest. So again, I've got the numbers in the problem of $2,000, 4 years, and 7.3% interest. So 2,000 is the principal, time is 4 years, and the rate is 7.3%. So my interest that I'm going to earn on my savings account of $2,000 times 7.3%, which is 0.073 or 0.073 if you want to say it that way, times 4. If I calculate all of that out, 2,000 times 0.073 times 4, the interest that I'm going to earn on my account is $584. I'm not going to go any further than that. Normally they would say how much is in total in the account. It'd be 2,000 plus 584, or $2,584. All right. Every once in a while, you're asked to figure out how much did you have to start with, or how much did you owe to start with, or something like that. Sometimes you'll have to subtract off because you won't know the interest. It'll tell you like the total value of the loan. But in this case, we're not going to have to do that. So it says the loan accumulated $33.75 in interest. Notice that it says that's the interest. After 3 months, at 18% simple interest, how much was the principal of the loan? So it's asking us what the principal is, or the P. This is I, the interest. 3 months is a fraction of a year, or 3 out of 12. And that's 0.25, or 1/4 of the year. And then here is my rate, 18% simple interest. And that's my time again. So what I know is when I fill in the equation, I equals P times R times T, I've got I this time, 33.75. I don't know the principal. I do know the interest rate of 18% is 0.18. And I know that the time is either 3/12, or if you want to make it a decimal, 0.25. My only caution is when you're making your monthly amount into a decimal, you do not want to truncate the decimal too soon. If it's some kind of repeating decimal, I would say take it out to like 4 decimal places, because you want to be as exact as you can to the principal. A lot of times book answers like this, and really people take out nice rounded amounts like $1,000, $675. It's a very short, simple amount. You're not going to take out a loan that involves pennies, usually. So anyway, I'm going to solve this. I'm going to leave the 33.75 because that's my answer so far. And I have P times these 2 decimals. 0.18 times 0.25, or 0.045. That's what it comes out to be exactly, so I'm not going to take it out any further. When I solve this, I'm going to solve the equation backwards through SADMEP. It says P times something. The opposite of that is divide. So I'm going to divide by 0.045 in my calculator. And I get the principal amount of the loan to be $750. Hopefully these are pretty straightforward and simple problems for simple interest, and this is what you are going to have to do for your assignment. Good luck.